Are you always dealing with sticky doughs? Stay watching this video and I'll show you a few tricks so you don't have to fight anymore with this. Gluten morgen everyone, and welcome to another baking video. Today we're talking about high hydration doughs. Yes, sticky doughs. The most terrifying issue in baking. But today I have a solution. So when we're talking about high hydration doughs, the thing is that we're using a lot of water in the dough. That's the main problem. It depends on many factors. The primary factor is the flour that we're using. It depends on how many water it can hold or it can absorb. And the second factor, like in this case, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to make the dough with a mixer. And we'll be using, as usual, the dough hook. So now I am going to show you how to solve this problem. So let's start with the dough. We'll be doing a generic 80% hydration dough, which means a lot of water. That means that in 1 kilo flour we'll be having 800 grams of water. Too much water. Here is the formula. Remember that you can download my app free for your iPhone or Android. Let me get the mixer bowl, and here I have the ingredients. Really simple. Some bread flour, water, sourdough starter as usual, and some salt. We'll put first the flour. Now let's continue with the sourdough starter. Remember that it always needs to be very active. Salt. Last ingredient, water. All ingredients in. Now time to start mixing. As I told you before, we'll be using the dough hook, which is the perfect tool for kneading this kind of mixers. Let's go. Low speed, and we'll let the machine do the work for us. Do you think it's looking good? Okay, let's do something. There's a lot of flour on the bottom. So with a scraper, I will scrape and try to help the dough a little bit. But it looks really sticky. There's not yet any gluten development in this dough. Let's continue. May the gluten be with it. Let's make a pause and check if we have some gluten development by the moment. Ooh. Take a look at that. What do you think? But this is a scientific experiment, so we need to check what is going on with the gluten. With my wet hand, I try to check if we have... what is this?
What?
There's no gluten development yet. Let's give the machine a few minutes more, so maybe it can develop some gluten out of this mess. Are you lost with all the sourdough bread recipes that you find on the internet? Would you like to learn all the tips and tricks to make your own sourdough bread at home? Then I have the solution. I have designed the perfect masterclass of sourdough bread just made for you. By clicking the link on the description, you will learn how to make and take care of your sourdough starter, how to knead, shape, ferment and bake your sourdough bread, how to use and read the baker's percentage, all the basic techniques to bake like a pro at home, and how to read and understand your dough. Don't miss out on it and click the link on the description right now. Okay, it's been like 83 days, no, not 83 but a lot of minutes. Take a look at this. No gluten development at all. What we should be expecting is that this dough gets to the hook, and no. Look at this. It's like a pancake dough. But don't worry, I have a solution. So let's get rid of the hook and say hello to the paddle. Yes, the old paddle of your mixer is going to help you a lot. Now that we're going to use the paddle, and let's see what happens. Start. Take a look. The gluten is starting to develop very slowly, but I think that the dough loves the new hook paddle. Okay, let's move to second spin. Take a look now. You see the difference? Now there's some gluten development. Not yet ready. We still need to wait a little bit more. This is not a matter of time. We really don't know how long is it going to take us to develop the gluten of each dough. Instead, what we are looking for is that the dough starts to hold the paddle, and that is what is happening now. Let me show you. Wow, now there is some gluten development. Not yet ready, need a little bit more, but it's working. That's the difference when we use the paddle and not using the hook, when we are talking about high hydration doughs, okay? Let's give it a few minutes more. I think I have good news, and let's check this dough. I want you to see this. Ooh. Ho, 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 ho. So I am really happy, and I hope you too. This is the result that I was looking for, to get this dough hooked or hold to the paddle. That's the difference when we are dealing with high hydration doughs. Of course, if you're using a lower hydration like 70, 60 or maybe 55%, that will be okay to use the hook, the regular dough hook. But in this case, when the dough is too sticky, when you use the paddle, it's going to be totally different. Of course, remember, it also depends on the flour that we're using. We need to use flour that can hold that amount of water. In this case, was a lot of water. And let's check what we're looking for, the gluten development. That's the key of this experiment. Take a look at the membrane. It should be almost translucent and resist a little bit. Oh, okay, good. Perfect gluten development. That means that the dough is already kneaded, and then we can continue with our bread process, whichever it is. So I hope this little trick has been helpful for you, and I hope you can make better dough, use more hydration whenever you want to. And that's all. Leave me some comments. If you want to like this video, share it, and I'll see you on the next one. I hope you have enjoyed this video. And if you want to learn more about sourdough bread and sourdough starter, I encourage you to check the link on the description. And remember, this masterclass was specially designed for you.